What's up, YouTube? This is the 2BigBros with Think About It.
And the toe. So today we're going to talk about something we've seen on TopTick. It's on the Google News feeds. It's on other news feeds as well. It goes back to the restaurant industry. This particular manager from McDonald's posted.
I know what current is. I know what. Okay, come on. Let's do this. McDonald's.
So, the manager posted a video. He showed up for his shift. This is the first shift, because he's a shift manager, that he was in charge of, that the GM of the restaurant put him in charge of. So, early morning shift. He shows up for the shift an hour early to help prep. The maintenance man shows up an hour early like he's supposed to do the maintenance stuff. All the other employees don't show up. So he's on TalkTick talking about employees not showing up, showing the empty restaurant because he had to close the restaurant because there's nobody there to work. And he's called his manager to find out what to do when the manager hasn't, the GM hasn't called him. So the store number one was closed for breakfast because no employees showed up. Then finally, the last hour that breakfast shift is there, the employees deign to show up. Now, the big buzz on TalkTick is that a lot of people are giving him backlash like, oh, you're a bad manager. That's why the employees didn't show up for your shift. And it's like, how can you say he's a bad manager? That's the first shift ever that he controlled as a manager. And they're saying he shouldn't impugn the employees for not showing up to work on time because he's a horrible manager. Again, these people don't know he's a horrible manager. And I say, as somebody that comes from that industry and honestly have run many shifts and run many stores as a GM, if you are, that's the first time you're running a shift, the employees don't know what type of manager you are. The employees don't know if you're a good or bad manager. They cannot make an assessment going, oh, that's a bad manager. You cannot say that. Now, I can say from experience that maybe the employees didn't show up because they have a bad, because it's McDonald's, franchisee, or they have a bad RGM, restaurant general manager. Okay? That's what I am saying. You cannot say that particular manager was the horrible manager. And then they also use it as an excuse to say, well, it's good the employees didn't show up because they don't get paid enough to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and show up to work. Really? Because I know most McDonald's that I know of are paying $20 and up starting pay an hour. And they give him full medical. So I am saying that's bad employees. Most likely to me, that tells me it's probably a bad RGM or a bad franchisee, the owner of the restaurant. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Okay, so I think that it was an organized mutiny, possibly against this guy. Maybe he got promoted and people just didn't like him. I don't know what the reason is and who is to blame for the. Is mutiny the correct terminology?
Basically it is.
But
or you could call it what they call those things in unions. Where you don't come to work because you're a greedy union wussbag.
Yeah, but they're not picketing. They just didn't show up to work. So I
consider you can do that too without showing up.
Anyway, but for whatever reason that they did it, I think that they should be terminated because they didn't show up for their shift, which means they have
refused to work for the last hour.
It doesn't matter. The store had to close because it was an organized thing. If you're just one employee that woke up late and you showed up late, that's one thing. But for all of you to decide to not to come to work for whatever reason, there's not a good enough reason. That kind of action cannot be tolerated. The company, the franchise, lost money. The reputation of the restaurant lost money. Of course, McDonald's will keep going because it's McDonald's, but forever this will be remembered that, oh my God, McDonald's is closed. And then if ever
for that particular location.
Yeah. But I think there should be strict strict punishment for this stuff. And you know what? This whole thing, when it comes down, I'm not saying it's millenniums. I'm just saying now day and age. This whole thing about, oh, you guys aren't getting paid enough, and this whole not working because of pay. What do you think that is going to accomplish? That's not going to accomplish anything. From back in my day, which was a long time ago, when you wanted something, you worked harder for it. You want to get paid more, you become a good employee, so you get raised. If you don't get the raise, you move on to another job that pays you more. And then you continue to work hard so you can get raised and get promotion. I don't understand where there's these people, especially now day and age, that are satisfied in the position that they were hired. They don't have a goal to move up, but they expect their pay to go higher for less responsibility. With more pay, there's going to become more responsibility. That's just why you're going to get paid more, because you're going to have to take on more responsibility. That's how normal thinking is. Normal thinking is not, oh, I want more money, I want to work less. Just and this whole entitlement about, oh, I can do whatever I want because the company can't run. You know what? If you guys didn't get fired, believe me, the franchisee or whoever's running the hire and fire is looking for new employees. Maybe they're not going to fire you right now because they need to find employees first, but your days are numbered, man. I just don't get it. But then yet, when you guys do get fired, you guys will get assistance from the government, which will pretty much benefit you guys anyway. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you guys win-win anyways with this mentality you guys got. But when are you gonna wake up and be real? You know, the government is not gonna, like, you know, people who rely on their parents.
Yes.
Your parents are not gonna be there forever. Even the government. I believe the government. I don't think the government's gonna be here forever. Like, especially when you live over here, everybody's 10 million sovereignty groups trying to get government out and stuff, and you should rely on yourself, just like the police and shit. You gotta learn how to defend yourself. Like, think about yourself. You don't work, you don't get Social Security when you get older. What do you think? You're gonna work minimal hours when you're young, and you're gonna be working the rest of your life because you won't qualify for Social Security, even if there is Social Security. By the time, I guess what I'm saying is, don't be stupid. Go to work. God damn it, you're only working at McDonald's.
And the thing about McDonald's is, you don't even have to work that hard.
God, you don't even make soda in it. They don't dump fries.
I know, but
they
this
don't
is
make
what
soda.
I'm saying. In McDonald's, the way it's structured, all you gotta do is do the bare minimum so as not to get fired, and you automatically get a pay raise. after a certain amount of time you last, you automatically get a promotion. That's how McDonald's works.
Oh yeah, and then back in my day, McDonald's was easy to get hired because they catered to teenagers and immigrants.
Yeah, most still do.
What is those?
What?
Those ones that come like interns.
Yeah,
students.
the work people. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they still do.
Yeah, they do that too as well.
So you cannot be that. I mean, there is old timers there, but come on, it's McDonald's. How hard is it? Go to work. Stop making.
I'm not saying working in the food industry isn't hard. I'm not saying it's not long hours most of the time. I'm not saying like in the middle of the rush it's not pressure, because it is. There's pressure. That's the fun of it.
Dude,
that's me.
I saw a girl dip her whole arm in the fryer oil.
Just to get
no. She was cleaning with clothes and
she slipped.
Yeah, I was cleaning the fry grill.
Yeah.
And I just heard her screaming. Oh fuck, bro! It was.
I mean, accidents happen. I understand. But what I'm saying is, the way McDonald's is structured, you really don't have to do very much to get an automatic promotion, automatic raise, an automatic promotion. Do you know how many at our McDonald's here, because they're all owned by the same franchisee? Do you know?
Not all. I think one of them is.
Do you know how many restaurant managers they have in some of the locations here because employees lasted that long?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
All right. What do you guys think? Was it cool what they did? They abandoned their captain, their shift captain, their shift manager. I don't think it's cool.
Oh crap.
But maybe they didn't value their job as much as they should. But give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. We don't really care. Just show us that you're supporting us. Until next time.
Hey,